Hi, welcome to this EstimatorXpress Getting Started video on the new PVC-U Bonus Pack. First thing I'm going to do is take you through the new Crystal Direct PVC-U Windows. So I'm going to open this workbook here. And once inside, unlike previous window workbooks, this is actually going to ask you for a name and location. So I'm going to say New Window Location Extension. Click OK. And the first thing that's going to pop up is one of the new window specifier screens. This is going to take you through a few selections with filters to help you select the window you need. So the first thing we're going to do is select filter. I want windows between, let's say it's 990, I'm not going to be too accurate, and 1860 there. And the height between a meter, using these little sliders here to set the height of the windows I require. And I can say as well, specifying the minimum U value I wish. I can also at this point select a colour, so I can come down from this here and select wood grain brilliant white. There are 15 colours available. I can also select the range, so I'm going to want a casement window there. And I can also specify the style. So if you have a Crystal Direct catalogue and you've selected the window you wish, you can then select that window from the estimator here. If you don't wish to select from there, you just want to have a look at the styles available, you can just click Apply Filter and it will apply that to this list here. So now you've got windows, nothing below a U value of 1.4 and nothing below a width of 990 and nothing above 1860. If I do wish to select a style, I can come back here, pick a style, say style 32, apply that filter, and that's now filtered the list down to a much shorter list of windows for me to select from. I can then select a window from this list. I'm going to select this 1188 by 1188, so basically 1.2 by 1.2 meter window. That is a 12 meter allowance on the sides within the software for these windows. Let's select that window there now. I can now select the lintel required. Now this can be filtered down by selecting the wall type, so I'm going to say a cavity wall, and the wall width here. As it's an extension I'm going to be working on, I can select between 90 and 105, but if I was to be doing a new build, then I'd be looking at 125 to 140. Apply that filter, and I just need to make sure I select a lintel that would fit across my window. So I'm going to select this 100mm cavity by 1500mm. Select that lintel now, and finally I'm onto my cavity closer. So I just select appropriate cavity closer, set the 100mm, select and finish. Now I can confirm the dimensions of this window. This is picked up the dimensions itself from the window I've selected. So if I'd have selected a larger window, it would have given me a larger figure within the input boxes here. I'm going to leave them as they are for now. And if I was to be placing this into a wall where there is not an existing window, I can then also, as previously, add in a thickness of the wall to start calculating the forming of the opening. As it's a new wall, I'm going to leave that as 0. I can confirm the reveals and fixing details. So a reveal of 15 centimeter there. If I want to show tech tips and tech labels, as previously, they're all available. DPC overrun, still enable projection on each end. So a full range of options there to help you estimate. I can also say if there's an internal window board, is the sill to be plastered, and other reveals plastered. Decoration specification, so if there's a sealant to be applied to perimeter, but if the windows also need priming. Now because this is a PVC-U, it's not going to require any primer there, but the window board itself may need priming if you've chosen a wooden one. Click finish, and we are now done. Now, unlike previous windows, I cannot add another column to this. It will tell me here that I will need to add a separate worksheet for this. So if I've got a different type of window, I can add another worksheet. But if I have several windows that are the same size, I can just say number of identical windows 2. And that's my windows now done. I'm going to come out of this worksheet here and say this workbook is now completed. And I'm now going to take a look at some of the doors. I'm going to have a look there at a single panel door, and I'm going to open that workbook there. And it's going to be opening this for its first use within the software. So as you can see, it's importing all the settings it's required to sit in the software happily. And once it's open, like previously, it's going to ask for a worksheet name. So we're going to say new door location extension. Yeah, tidy, capitalize. It will appear on the quote. Click OK. And now, once again, I'm in a door specifier. So quite quickly, as they are all acting very familiar, you can familiarize yourself with the newer tools in the software quite quickly. Specify minimum U value there of 1.4 and select from the color wood grain, brilliant white, opening directions, opening in, hinge side, say all. Apply filters. I can now select a door. Now if you're unsure what the door styling is, you can also look at the Crystal Direct catalogue itself for full range of information there. And if I'm still not sure of the colour, I can see the colours available to me down at the bottom here. I'll select that door there, and once again, wall type, cavity wall, cavity there, 900 by 90 by 105. Select the appropriate lintel, and then the cavity closer. I can now run through the door frame dimensions, and just like the window workbook, reveals and fixing details, plastering of the threshold details, and decoration specification. Now this is mostly set to no as it's a PVC-U, but there are certain things such as the sill that you may have a timber, so you can decorate that. Click finish, and that door is now done. I'm going to close out of there, close that again, and say this is now completed. And finally, I'm going to take a look at a conservatory. I'm going to look at a Edwardian conservatory there. I'm going to open that workbook. I'm going to once again give it a name, say new conservatory, capitalizing again, location, extension, click OK. And once again, we are into a specifier. This time, we're just picking the main dimensions of the conservatory itself. So we can say projection going from 3 meters to 4.5 meters to a width of 3 meters to 5 meters. So it'll only go as far as the range of conservatories that are available for direct purchase like this. If you do have a requirement for a large conservatory, then you can still do all the dwarf walls required for the conservatory, the slabs within the rest of Estimator, and then contact Crystal Direct for quotes on the larger structure. Now I can just select that here now, say 3 meter by 3 meter Edwardian conservatory, select that there now, and in the dimensions wizard I can confirm the depth of conservatory, the width of door opening, and also the pitch of roof in degrees. There are notes here, as I just mentioned, to say that the dimensions are based on the conservatory specified, and if I am having a larger conservatory than the one specified, I can change them now still and just get a quote for the conservatory itself from Crystal. I also need to price for the slab, flooring and dwarf walls in the relevant workbooks itself as well, so using the brick and block workbook, extension slab and such, and also anything like the structural openings into the existing build. I can now, on the second page, say the number of hours to install install the conservatory, and also the allowance for fixings and sealant. Now these are based on existing, like say, trade hours that we've researched and Crystal have researched, and we're quite confident that these are applicable to any job you may do. If you feel that you want to add extra time due to complexity, then feel free to do so. We also have options here as well for gable stepped flashings, and if we require cavity trays, and also if there is a horizontal flashing, so if you're having a lean-to, currently it says no as we've gone for the stepping as a pitched roof there. And on the final we have internal finishes, so we have a window board. Are we going to prime the window board, so it's going to be timber, and do we want to decorate the window board? Finally, click finish, and we now have the conservatory priced for us. Close out of there, close again, and that is now the PVC-U Bonus Pack. See, complete there. Of course, we have many other workbooks we can investigate. We've got a composite door workbook there, with newer advanced doors. We have bifold, double panel doors, French doors, patio doors, the single doors which we've looked into, triple panel doors themselves, and as well in the conservatories we have conservatories with gables, double Edwardian, and also a lean-to conservatory in there as now by default. So with this bonus pack, feel free to explore. There are a huge range of windows and doors available within there, and also material wise, added in with the Crystal Direct merchant link is a range of roof lights as well. So there should be something there to fill any requirement from the customer, and if there's something more bespoke, please contact them for a direct quote. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.